I wasn't always this broken. Growing up in the sprawl of San Francisco's Mission District, where the fog rolled in like a bad memory every morning, life had been a grind of precarious, rainbow flags whipping in the wind, and the constant hum of cable cars rattling past our cramped Victorian row house. My mom worked double shifts at the diner on Valencia Street, slinging huevos rancheros to hungover tech bros, while Dad had split when I was 6, chasing some dream in Reno that never panned out. It was just me and her, scraping by on tips and stubborn hope, me navigating high school as the quiet kid with the thrift store jeans and a sketchbook full of half-finished portraits that no one ever asked to see. Then there was Alex Rivera. God, even saying his name now twists something low in my gut, like swallowing broken glass. He was the golden boy of Galileo High, captain of the soccer team, with that effortless swagger that made girls, and half the guys in the locker room, swoon. Dark wavy hair that caught the sun like polished obsidian, olive skin glowing from endless beach days in the outer sunset, and eyes so deep brown they pulled you in like the undertow at Ocean Beach. But beneath that all-American charm was a venom that seeped into your bones. It started small, a shove in the hallway, a snicker behind my back when I dared to hold hands with my first boyfriend, Jamie, under the bleachers. "Fairy," he'd mutter, his crew echoing like hyenas. But it escalated. Sophomore year, after Jamie dumped me for someone less dramatic, Alex cornered me in the art room, his breath hot against my ear as he ripped pages from my sketchbook, nudes I'd drawn in secret, inspired by stolen glances at the models and magazines smuggled from the corner store. "You draw like a perv, Liam," he'd sneered, crumpling them into his fist. "No wonder you're alone." The photos hit Instagram that night. My art, twisted into memes, captioned with slurs that made my phone buzz like a hornet's nest. I deleted my accounts, changed my number, spent weeks hiding in my room with the blinds drawn, the city's vibrant pulse outside feeling like a cruel joke. Mom thought it was heartbreak. I let her. But Alex? He graduated with honors, headed to UC Berkeley on a full ride, while I limped through community college at City College, majoring in graphic design because it let me hide behind a screen. 4 years later, I'm 22, crashing on a friend's couch in the Castro, freelancing logos for startups that ghost me after one revision. The city's changed, tech money's flooded in, turning dive bars into speakeasies, but the ache hasn't. It's a Tuesday in June, the kind where the fog burns off early and leaves you sticky with salt air when I scroll Grindr out of boredom. Not looking for anything real, just a distraction from the eviction notice taped to my door. That's when I see him. AlexR_415, bio reading soccer stud, 6 feet 1 inch, looking for fun in the city. No drama, just vibes. Profile pic. Him shirtless on Baker Beach, abs carved like he still owns the field, that cocky grin I know too well. Rage hits like a rogue wave. My thumb hovers over block, but something darker bubbles up. Payback, pure and petty. I create a fake profile. Jordan Miles SF, 24, photographer with a six-pack from yoga and hikes, bio dripping charm, capturing moments that make hearts race. Bonus if you're as photogenic as you look. I steal pics from a model site, blonde hair, blue eyes, the works. No face swap, just enough anonymity to sting. My first message: "Hey, stranger. Saw your profile. God, you're even hotter in person than those gym selfies suggest." It's a lie wrapped in flirtation, referencing that time I caught him at the Pride Parade last year, incognito in the crowd, but unmistakable. He bites within minutes. Haha, bold. "You at Pride?" Spotted a few cute photos myself. "What's your shot?" We chat. It's electric, the kind of banter that makes your pulse thrum. I spin tales as Jordan, shoots in the redwoods, aloft in Soma, a laugh that's easy and warm. Alex opens up, law student now, buried in torts and internships at some firm downtown, but missing the real connections amid the grind. Guys here are all surface, he types one night, after a beer-fueled ramble about his ex, a finance bro who bailed. "You're different. Like, you get the chaos of this city." I laugh bitterly into my pillow, typing back compliments that mirror the ones I once craved from him. But as days blur into weeks, the game twists. His messages linger in my notifications, pulling me from sleep at 3 a.m. with vulnerability I didn't expect. Stories of his abuela's tamales, the pressure from his dad to man up after coming out junior year, a detail I never knew, one that stings like salt in the wound. One evening, as the sun dips behind the Golden Gate, painting my borrowed living room in bruised purples, he sends a voice note. His voice, deeper now, laced with exhaustion, cracks on the words, Jordan, man. It's been rough. Dad's sick, stage 3, and I'm drowning in it. Thanks for listening. Feels like you're the only one who sees me. My chest tightens. I hit play again, tracing the tremor in his tone, and for the first time, I hesitate. This was supposed to be humiliation. Lure him in, ghost him at the reveal, watch that smug face crumble. But now he's bleeding real hurt, and I'm the one holding the knife, knuckles white. I type back as Jordan. Hey, breathe. You're stronger than this city, Alex. Tell me more. I'm here. And just like that, the line blurs. I'm not just catfishing. I'm confessing fragments of myself through a stranger's mask. The next day, he suggests coffee at Tartine in the Mission, neutral ground. He says, somewhere with killer croissants and no pretension. My stomach flips. Soon, I reply, buying time. But inside, Liam's screaming, end it now. Block him. Walk away. Jordan, though? Jordan's falling, hard and unforeseen. By the end of the month, our chats have evolved into late-night calls, faceless, voices only, me pitching my tone lower, adopting a lilt from some podcast to mask the Mission twang. He laughs at my terrible puns about fog and fairies, shares playlists heavy on the National and Bon Iver, tracks that echo the hollow in my own chest. I start sketching him, not the bully, but this version, Alex curled on his dorm bed, phone glowing like a lifeline, eyes soft with unspoken fears. It's dangerous, this intimacy. One night, after he admits to skipping classes to visit his dad in the hospital across the bay, I almost slip. I get it. Lost my old man young. Leaves a hole. He pauses, then, shit, Jordan. That's heavy. Wish I could hug you right now. The word hug lands like a spark on dry tinder. I pace my tiny room, the couch springs creaking underfoot, walls papered in faded band posters from the Fillmore. Humiliation was the plan, but revenge feels hollow against his raw edges. What if I meet him? Not as Jordan, but no, that's suicide. Instead, I double down, sending a fabricated pic, Jordan's hand on a camera lens, anonymous but tender. For you, I caption. To remind you, you're seen. Little do I know, he's plotting the same, desperate for the real thing, blind to the ghost he's chasing. Summer heat clings to San Francisco like a fever dream, turning the sidewalks into griddles and the air thick with jasmine from hidden courtyards. I'm at the laundromat on 24th Street, the one with the flickering neon sign that buzzes like a migraine, folding hoodies that smell faintly of weed and regret. My phone vibrates against the dryer. Alex, as always. Missed you last night. Call soon. Need your voice. Guilt coils in my gut, sharp as the lint trap's edge. We've been at this dance for 6 weeks now, me weaving Jordan's life like a fragile web. A gallery show in the dog patch that almost happened. A hike up Twin Peaks where I scattered my ex's ashes for dramatic flair. Lies stacking like bricks, each one heavier. But the truth? I'm unraveling. Mom calls from her new place in Oakland, finally upgraded after I landed a steady gig designing app icons for a queer dating startup. Irony's a bitch. And her voice is all worry. Mijo, you sound lost. Come over Sunday. I'll make pozole. I promise I will. But Sundays are for Alex's voice notes now, his confessions spilling like rain off the Presidio roofs. Last one gutted me. Coming out wrecked my family. Dad pretends it's a phase. Mom cries in Spanish. You're the first guy who's made me feel normal. Normal. The word mocks me. If only he knew the freak he'd tormented, the one whose normal was shattered by his cruelty. I fire off a quick text as Jordan, on my way to a shoot, Alcatraz at golden hour. Thinking of you. Attached, a stock photo of the rock silhouetted against the bay, edited with a heart emoji filter. Childish, but it buys time. Time for what? The plan's morphed. Humiliation feels juvenile now, a high school grudge against a man who's cracking open like fault lines in the earth. Instead, I fantasize escape. Confess, blame it on a hacked account, watch him bolt. Or worse, stay silent. Let Jordan fade, and nurse the bruise alone. Fate, that cruel SF bitch, intervenes at the farmer's market on Saturday. The air's alive with buskers strumming Joan Baez covers, stalls overflowing with heirloom tomatoes and sourdough bowls that cost more than my rent. I'm haggling over basil, therapy, cheap and green. When I hear it, that laugh, rich and rumbling, cutting through the crowd like a foghorn. I freeze, heart slamming against my ribs. There he is, 10 feet away at the oyster bar. Alex, in board shorts and a faded Berkeley tee, sampling Kumamoto's with a guy who looks like his clone, tall, Latino, all easy charm. His buddy's arm slings casual around his shoulders, and for a split second, jealousy flares hot and irrational. Not yours, I remind myself. Never was. But he turns, oyster shell poised, and our eyes lock. Time fractures. His widen in recognition, pride, the hallway echoes, and then narrow, puzzled. I duck behind a pyramid of peaches, pulse roaring, but it's too late. He weaves through, voice casual but edged. Hey man, you look familiar. Mission kid, right? Galileo. I nod, mute, shoving basil into my bag like it's a shield. Up close, he's even more devastating. Stubble shadowing his jaw, a fresh tattoo peeking from his sleeve, a compass rose, maybe for direction in the storm. Liam, yeah? Art class. Wild times. His grin's apologetic, almost, but it curdles the air between us. Yeah, wild. My voice is gravel, betraying nothing. We chat surface level. Weather, the market's markup, him mentioning lost stress, me mumbling about design gigs. No hint of Jordan. Why would there be? But as he leaves, clapping my shoulder, that touch, electric, forbidden, he says, hey, if you're ever on Grindr, hit me up. City's small. The wink's playful, but it detonates inside me. Does he suspect? Or is it coincidence? This overlap bleeding worlds? I bolt home, barricade myself with a six-pack of Anchor Steam, and scroll our chats. His latest, dreamed of you last night. We were on the bridge, wind in our hair. Wake-up call? I almost call, really call, as Liam, but cowardice wins. Instead, I escalate as Jordan. Let's make that dream real. Coffee this week. Tartine, Thursday, 2 p.m. Click send before sanity kicks in. His reply's instant. Fuck yes. Finally. Thursday arrives like a verdict. I'm a wreck, pacing the apartment in circles, the Golden Gate visible through smudged windows like a taunt. Do I go? As who? The real me would shatter everything. The fake would drag it out. I opt for reconnaissance. Arrive early, stake out from across the street at a bench, watching the bakery's line snake out the door. Hipsters with man buns and yoga pants. The scent of buttery pastries wafting like temptation. Then he appears, crisp button-down rolled to elbows, jeans hugging his thighs, scanning the crowd with that desperate hope I recognize from my own mirror. He waits, orders a courte-do, sips it black, checks his phone every 30 seconds. Where are you, Jordan? I imagine him thinking, thumb hovering over text. 20 minutes. 30. His shoulders slump, that golden facade cracking, eyes downcast, jaw tight. A guy approaches, flirty, but Alex brushes him off with a polite smile that doesn't reach. It's then, in the dappled sunlight filtering through palm fronds, that pity morphs to something tender, aching. I've hurt him. Not the bully, but this man, stripped bare. I slip away before he spots me, guilt a lead weight. That night, as Jordan, I spin the lie. Traffic from the bridge, rain delay. Rain check? He buys it, but the text cools slightly, sure. Busy week anyway. Relief wars with regret. I throw myself into work, mocking up logos till my eyes burn, but he's there, in every shadowed alley sketch, every playlist shuffle. Weeks pass in this limbo, our digital tether fraying but unbroken. He shares more. Dad's chemo updates, a bar fight after a homophobic slur at the stud, the isolation of being the token gay in his study group. I respond with Jordan's empathy, but weave in Liam's truths, quotes from Audre Lorde on queer rage, memories of Castro Street fairs that make him laugh. It's a hybrid now, me bleeding through the cracks. Then the bomb. A photo, unprompted. Alex in a hospital waiting room, Dad asleep beside him, tubes snaking like accusations. Caption, he's fighting. Wish you were here to ground me. My resolve crumbles. I need to end this, cleanly, cruelly. Plan B, the humiliation. Set a meat at a dive in the tenderloin. Ghost him mid-drink. Leave a note exposing the fake. But as I type the invite, fingers falter. What if he needs Jordan? What if I need him too? The conflict peaks on a foggy All Saints' Eve. All Hallows approach. I'm at a house party in No Valley, fairy lights strung like spiderwebs, thumping bass from an indie set masking the roar in my head. Queer kids in drag and denim, passing joints and judgments. I down a seltzer spiked with vodka, when my phone lights up. Not Alex, but a mutual from High. Saw Alex at the reunion. Dude's messed up, out and proud now, but carrying ghosts. Be kind, Liam. Ghosts. Mine and his, entwined. I stumble outside, lean against a stucco wall slick with mist, and dial the real number I swiped from his Insta months ago. It rings, once, twice. Voicemail, Alex here. Leave a message, or better, a story. His voice, unguarded, unjordaned. I hang up, throat closing. Back inside. The party's a blur until a face swims into view. Alex, uninvited, chatting up the host. Our eyes meet across the room. Shock, then wariness. He approaches, beer in hand, the party's pulse fading to white noise. Liam. Twice in a month. Universe plotting. His tone's light, but eyes search mine, hungry for connection. Maybe. I sip to steady, the vodka burning truth up my spine. Heard about your dad. Sorry. He deflates slightly, nods. Yeah, it's whatever. You? Still drawing those pervy sketches. The jab's half-hearted, a reflex, but it stings fresh. I bristle. Fuck you, Alex. That was years ago. He winces, steps closer. Too close, his cologne mixing with hops, heat radiating. I know. I was an asshole. Hormones, fear, whatever. Apologized to Jamie last year. Owe you one too. The air thickens, charged like pre-storm ozone. Apology hangs, incomplete, but his gaze softens, tracing my face like a question. Does he know? Paranoia spikes. I mutter an excuse, flee to the balcony, gripping the rail till knuckles whiten. Below, Valencia pulses, neon signs flickering El Rio, laughter spilling from doorways. He's the bully, I'm the victim. So why does forgiveness taste like surrender? He follows, of course, leans beside me, silent at first. Then, you ever feel like you're faking it? Like, the whole city's a stage, and you're Jordan to someone else's Alex. My blood ices. Jordan. He says it casual, but eyes flick, testing. I choke on air. What? He laughs low. Just a name. From a dream or some shit. Lie. He's fishing, desperate for the phantom. The night's unraveling, threads pulling taut. We talk till dawn creeps in. Real talk, Liam and Alex, ghosts circling. He admits the bullying was projection, his own closet terror post coming out to a conservative Tia. I share fragments. Dad's abandonment, mom's resilience, the art he destroyed that still haunts my hard drive. It's cathartic, terrifying. As he hugs goodbye, brief, brotherly, his whisper ghosts my ear. You're more real than most, Liam. I crash hard. Wake to a grinder ping from Jordan's ghost account. Meet soon? Miss this. Irony chokes me. The fake's more real than the truth. October crashes in with gales that strip the persimmons bare from no valley trees, leaving the streets a carpet of bruised orange underfoot. Dad's chemo has Alex shuttling between Berkeley lectures and UCSF visits. His texts as Jordan sporadic but searing. Held his hand today. Felt like holding fog. I respond with platitudes laced with my own ache. Sketches of bridges at dusk, captioned you're the span. It's masochism now, this dual life. Liam rebuilding bridges with the enemy by day, Jordan sustaining him by night. Work piles up, deadlines for a queer nonprofit's rebrand, mood boards of rainbow gradients that mock my monochrome heart. But Alex invades every pixel. The betrayal brews subtly. At a design meetup in the Soma Warehouse District, strobe lights pulsing to synthwave, I spot him across the loft, networking, schmoozing partners from his firm. He's magnetic, drawing a circle of admirers, paralegals with sleeve tattoos, a barista with purple hair flirting shameless. Our eyes snag. He excuses himself, weaves over with 2 IPAs foaming. Fancy seeing you here, artist. The nickname's teasing, warm. We talk shop, me pitching vector dreams, him venting case law nightmares. It's easy, alarmingly so, like slipping into worn Levi's. You've got fire, Liam, he says later, as the DJ drops a remix of Dancing Queen, bodies swaying in ironic abandon. Remember that mural you did for the GSA? Blew me away. Secretly. Admission hangs, vulnerable. I search his face, regret etched in the lines around his eyes, deeper now from hospital fluorescence. Fire? From the kid he torched? Something shifts, a fault line cracking. We dance, awkward at first, then fluid, his hand light on my waist, guiding through the crowd. Sweat-slick skin brushes, breath mingles with bass. It's not Jordan. It's us, raw and unscripted. After, on the fire escape overlooking the bay, lights twinkling like fallen stars, he kisses me. Sudden, fierce, lips crashing, tasting of hops and salt, his fingers threading my hair with urgency born of deprivation. I freeze, then melt, kissing back like drowning, hands fisting his shirt, pulling him closer. It's everything, redemption, ruin. He murmurs against my neck. God, Liam, I've wanted. But I pull away, panic surging. He can't know. Not yet. Wait, I gasp, vision blurring. This? Complicated. Understatement of the century. He nods, eyes dark pools, but the seeds planted, confusion, hurt flickering. We part with numbers exchanged, real ones, a promise of brunch. But as I stumble home through warehouse shadows, the high crashes. Betrayal's mine now, kissing the real him while loving the ghost. The next days are delirium. As Liam, we text flirty memes, Golden Gate fog jokes, playlists swapped. Brunch at Zazie in Coal Valley, avocado toast and mimosas, him opening up about dad's prognosis, guarded optimism, a trial drug, me sharing mom's latest rant on gentrification. Laughter flows easy, touches linger, knees brushing under the table, his thumb tracing my wrist absent-mindedly. It's romance, tentative and true, the kind that blooms in SF's microclimates. Cool mornings, heated afternoons. But Jordan haunts. Alex pings the fake. Haven't heard from you. Everything good? Guilt gnaws. I feed it scraps, a voice note edited to deepen my pitch, promising a meet next week. Lies compound, a house of cards teetering. One night, post-call with him, as Jordan, soothing a breakdown over dad's fever spike. I crack open a bottle of Napa Cab and scroll old chats. His vulnerability undoes me. You're my anchor, J. Anchor. Me, the saboteur. The high tide of conflict crests mid-month, at a vigil for queer youth suicides in the Castro. Candles flickering on Harvey Milk Plaza, names read like litany. I'm there for work, documenting for the nonprofit, camera heavy in my hands. Alex arrives late, eyes red-rimmed, joining the circle with a fistful of white roses. We stand shoulder to shoulder, the crowds murmur a tide of grief and grit. His hand finds mine in the dark, squeezing, solid, seeking. I squeeze back, tears hot. After, as embers gutter, he pulls me into an alley off Castro Street, backs me against graffiti-tagged brick. Liam. Fuck, I think I'm falling. The words eviscerate. Falling for the shell, while the core's a fraud. I kiss him to silence, desperate, tongues tangling with unspoken pleas. It's passionate, consuming, his body pressing mine, hips grinding in rhythm to distant club beats, hands roaming under shirts, tracing scars neither knew the other carried. We break for air, foreheads touching, breaths ragged. Me too. I whisper, the lie tasting like ash. But dawn brings clarity's knife. At home, nursing coffee black as my mood, a notification pings. Not Alex, but Mom. Found this in your old box. Burn it or frame it. Attached, a scan of my destroyed sketch, salvaged somehow. A nude, abstract, but evocative of the boy I was. Rage flares anew at the memory, but it's laced with pity now. Alex was scared, I was shattered. Can both be true? The fake profile demands reckoning. I log in, stare at the avatar's blue eyes. Cold, counterfeit. One last message, meet me tonight. The stud, 9 p.m. Wear the blue shirt. The one from his profile, a signal. He replies ecstatic. Can't wait. This is it. The end. I arrive early, nursing a whiskey need at the bar, the club's throb, disco lights strobing, go-go boys on platforms, a pulse matching my dread. He's late, scanning the room with that desperate hunger. When he spots Jordan, me, in a borrowed blonde wig and contacts, half hidden in shadows, his face lights like Christmas. He approaches, tentative, Jordan? Holy shit, you're real. I nod, voice pitched low, yeah, real as it gets. We talk, stilted at first, then flowing, him gushing about the vigil, dad's scan results, clear margins, miracle, oblivious to the imposter. It's surreal, this mirror, his eyes devouring the mask, while Liam screams beneath. We dance, bodies sinking in the crush, his hands on my waist possessive, whispering dreams of weekends in Big Sur, futures unspooled. Then the reveal. I slipped the note into his pocket mid-song. It was me, Liam. All along. Payback for the sketches. Sorry, and melt into the crowd. Wig discarded in the bathroom, contacts flushed. Heart pounding. I watch from the shadows as he reads. Face crumpling. Confusion to betrayal, raw and ripping. He stumbles out, eyes scanning wildly. But I'm gone, a ghost twice over. Outside, rain slicks Market Street, neon bleeding into gutters. I hail a lift, collapse in the back seat, sobs racking as the city blurs. High tide recedes, wreckage remains. Phone buzzes, Liam. Was that you? What the fuck? Then, voice call ignored. Voicemails pile. Anger, you sick twist. Hurt. Why? Pleading, talk to me. The climax fractures me. I ghost both personas, delete apps, throw myself into isolation. Sketches of fractured bridges, endless. Mom stages an intervention over Pozole, her eyes sharp. Amor, revenge, is a mirror. Shatters you first. She's right. Days bleed to weeks. Alex's texts cease. A void that aches deeper than the original wound. But SF small, circuit's inevitable. We collide at a holiday market in the ferry building. Turkey pardons and twinkling lights, the air spiced with mulled wine. He's thinner, shadows under his eyes, but alive, helping at a booth for his firm's pro bono queer legal aid. I approach, hat low, mumbling hey. His gaze hardens, then softens, tired, tempered. Liam. No venom, just exhaustion. We walk the stalls in silence at first, then words tumble. My pain, his cruelty's root, Dad's homophobia echoing his own. The fake's unintended bridge. I fell for you, he admits, voice cracking over hot cider. Both of you. The mask showed me what I hid. Betrayal's echo fades. Forgiveness glimmers, fragile as bay mist. Winter grips the city in its foggy jaws, Christmas lights strung like defiant stars against the gloom, but the chill seeps deeper than bone. The reveal at the stud lingers like a hangover, head pounding with what-ifs, stomach-churning regret. I've avoided the Castro, stuck to freelance hauls in my new sublet in the Excelsior. A sunlit studio with peeling wallpaper and a view of Bernal Hill's wild grasses, where coyotes howl at night like lost souls. Work's a lifeline, rebranding a trans advocacy group. Pixel's my confessional, but sleep evades, haunted by Alex's voicemail pleas, deleted but etched in memory. Mom's wisdom echoes, revenge mirrors, Mijo. But grace? That's the light through cracks. Grace. The word tastes foreign, like trying kale smoothies after years of In-N-Out. Yet, as December deepens, with solstice bonfires dotting the Presidio and carols warping over Powell Street, I crave it. Not absolution, too grand, but understanding, a hand extended across the chasm. The universe, ever the meddler, conspires. New Year's Eve finds me at a warehouse rave in Dogpatch. Industrial chic turned hedonistic haven, bass thundering like earthquake aftershocks, bodies painted in glow that rivals aurora. I'm there with a co-worker, Lena, her locks threaded with LED lights, dragging me for healing vibes. Sweat and strobe blind me till I see him. Alex, on the mezzanine, nursing a drink alone, face illuminated in blues and reds like a fractured saint. Our eyes lock, magnetic, inevitable. He descends, crowd parting, until he's inches away, voice cutting through din. Liam. Dance. No accusation, just invitation. We do, wordless at first, bodies remembering the alley, the club, sinking to the rhythm like old lovers. His touch is tentative, hand on my hip, then sure, pulling me flush. Sweat mingles, breaths sink. It's apology in motion, forgiveness in friction. After, in a quieter corner amid fog machines and fairy lights, we talk. Raw, unfiltered. He starts. Dad's in remission. Scanned clean Christmas Eve. Joy cracks his voice, but shadows linger. But you, that night, felt like betrayal squared. I nod, throat tight, spilling it all. The sketch's scar, the fake's genesis and rage, how Jordan unearthed the man beneath the bully. I wanted to hurt you. I admit, eyes on the scuffed concrete. But I ended up healing us both. Accidentally. He exhales, long and shuddering. Yeah, Jordan was safe, perfect, distant. You? Terrifying. Real. His fingers trace my jaw, thumb brushing lip. I bullied because I was scared. Of this. This. Us, entwined in the chaos. The kiss follows, slow, exploratory, tasting of gin and ginger, redemption's bite. It's not fireworks. It's hearth fire, steady warm. We emerge into the new year tangled. Brunches turning to dinners. Walks along the Embarcadero where seals bark at ferries like cheering sections. He meets Mom over tamales in Oakland, her eagle eye softening at his abuela stories. I meet his family at a subdued New Year's asado in the Richmond, Dad frail but fierce, gripping my hand with whispered gracias por cuidarlo. Cuidarlo, taking care. The role fits, unexpected. But drama's not done. SF's script demands conflict. February storms lash the bay, mirroring the squall when his ex resurfaces. The finance bro, slick as a Salesforce pitch, demanding sob stories of regret. Alex shows me the thread, trust test. He wants back in. Says he gets it now. Jealousy flares, old wounds whispering not enough. But I breathe through, voice steady. Your call. But I'm here, not haunting. He chooses me, deletes the thread, blocks the number, pulls me to bed in his Berkeley apartment overlooking the campus quad. It's our first full night. Sheets tangled like our histories, bodies mapping scars. His tattoo a compass to my freckled shoulder, whispers of mine amid gasps. Lovemaking's revelation. Tender, then urgent, laughter bubbling when elbows collide, tears when eyes hold too long. After, curled against his chest, heartbeat a lullaby, he murmurs, "Love you, Liam." The real you, all jagged edges. Love. The word anchors, but waves still crash. March brings my high. A gallery show in the Mission, reclaimed sketches, nudes reborn as abstracts of resilience. Jordan's blue eyes woven into one canvas as fractured light. Alex stands front row, proud, buying the centerpiece. But backlash whispers. Old classmates sniffing the drama, a viral thread dredging the bullying, painting him villain, me victim vigilante. Reporters call, trolls DM slurs. He fractures, nights pacing, doubting am I redeemable? The climax peaks in a thunderous argument at his place, rain sheeting windows like accusations. You created him to destroy me, he yells, voice breaking. How do I trust this isn't round two? I counter, hurt lashing. I stayed. Fought the ghost for us. Truth spills, my fear of abandonment, his of unworthiness. We circle, feral, words as weapons, till exhaustion drops us to the rug, sobbing into each other's arms. I'm sorry, we chorus a litany. He holds me then, fierce. We're broken, but together? Unbreakable. Spring unfurls gentle. Cherry blossoms dusting Japantown streets, pride planning in earnest. We volunteer at the center, him pro bono NG wills for at-risk youth, me designing murals of chosen families. Tensions ease, therapy sessions, his idea, couples, unearth roots, his dad's quiet pride now, my mom's mantra of Perdón heals. The romance deepens. Road trip to Yosemite, where we hike mist trail, mist kissing skin like blessings, making love under sequoias vast as forgiveness. Yet humanity's hue tempers the happily. Dad's cancer lingers, a shadow, my freelance dips, evictions loom. We navigate, hands clasped, him acing bar exams, me landing a staff gig at a queer mag. No fairy tale, just us, flawed and fierce, in America's beating heart, a city of reinvention, where fog lifts to reveal rainbows. One evening, June solstice, we climb Coit Tower's spiral stairs, city sprawling below like a lover's sprawl. He pulls a ring, simple silver, engraved real me, not proposal, but promise, to the fake that found the truth. I slip it on, tears salting our kiss, the bay glittering witness. In the end, it's not triumph or tragedy, but grace. Two boys, bullies and bullied, remade in each other's image. San Francisco hums on, cable cars clanging, hearts mending in the mist. And we walk it together, jagged and whole.